am Dheeraj Tatar, a system professor in the Chemical Engineering Department of LGIT Ahmedabad. In this lecture, I am going to start new topic of computer-aided process synthesis. So let's start. Chapter name is Design and Scheduling of Batch Processes, and topic is Batch Process for Manufacturing of a Single Product. In last lecture, I explained you related to the batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. I told you in batch reactor, we cannot put or we cannot take out anything during the reaction, but in semi-batch reactor we can put or we can take out anything during the reaction. So this is the difference between batch reactor and semi-batch reactor. Now we will see some important points of the batch processes. First point is batch processes are commonly used to manufacture specialty chemicals with short life cycles. Okay, it means these processes are used for small scale industries or only for plant scales, or I can say batch processes are only used for R&D purpose. After that, according to second point, you can see on the screen, for this reason a common solution is that the manufacturing will follow a recipe. Recipe is nothing but procedure, means there is one common procedure specified by a set of processing tasks with a fixed operating condition and fixed processing times. So this is nothing but about the batch process where we are having fixed procedure with fixed processing time and fixed conditions. This is nothing but batch processes. We are going to see one example related to this batch process in the next slide. So you can see next point that recipes are also common in the production of pharmaceutical products and food products because of regularly requirement. I told you in batch processes we are having fixed procedure, after that fixed conditions and fixed processing times. Now we will see example of a batch process for manufacturing of a single product. So here we are going to use four equipments. First one is a reactor, second one is mixing tank, third one is a centrifuge, and fourth one is tray dryer. So for reaction purpose we are going to use here agitated reactor, second one is for mixing purpose we are going to use mixing tank, and for separation purpose means to separate solid from liquid we are going to use centrifuge, and finally for drying purpose we are going to use here tray dryer. We are using here tray dryer to increase the efficiency of the drying, means whatever the trays we are using, if we increase the number of trays we can increase the efficiency of the drying. Okay, in the next slide we will see recipe, or I can say procedure for this manufacturing process. Before that, you can see on the screen this figure present a simple example of a batch process for manufacturing a single product where we are having four equipments. First one is reactor, followed by mixing tank, followed by centrifuge and tray dryer. After that, note that it consists of four major equipment which I already told you. For reaction purpose we are using reactor, for mixing purpose we are using mixing tank, for separation purpose means to separate solid from liquid we are using centrifuge. After that you can see on the screen figure presents a simple example for batch process for manufacturing a single product in which we are having four equipments. First one is a reactor for reaction purpose, followed by mixing tank for the mixing purpose, followed by centrifuge for the separation of solid from liquid. Lastly, for the drying purpose we are using here tray dryer. After that, the pumps and coolers we are using here in this figure or any equipment for the batch process in the semi-continuous manner. After that, initially we will assume that single product is produced. Finally, now we will see recipe for this. Recipe is nothing but procedure for the manufacturing of the single product. So this is the last point you can see on the screen. This is accomplished by performing the following task that corresponds to the recipe described on next slide. Now we will see processing recipe or procedure for manufacturing of a single product. So according to procedure you can see on the screen, first point is mix the raw material, that is nothing but component A and B in the reactor. After that, heat that reaction mixture up to 80 degrees Celsius for 4 hours to produce component C, that is nothing but product of A plus B. After that, transfer that product to the mixing tank for the mixing purpose. Okay, so according to second point we are mixing that product C with solvent D for 1 hour at ambient temperature. After that, we can see on the screen centrifuge means whatever the product coming from the mixing tank, we are transferring that product to the centrifuge. I told you why we are using centrifuge. That centrifuge is used for separation of solid from the liquid. So according to third point, centrifuge to separate solid product C for 2 hours. Means whatever the product coming from the mixing tank, we are transferring to the centrifuge where we are separating solid part from the solvent. Okay, that is nothing but we are separating component C from the component D, and we are processing this mixture for 2 hours in the centrifuge. Okay, and lastly, for the drying purpose, we are transferring our solid part, that is nothing but component C, in the tray dryer. You can see on the screen. Fourth point, that dry in a tray dryer for 1 hour at 60 degrees Celsius. So these are the 4 equipments used in this manufacturing process. First one is reactor, where we are adding our raw material, that is a component A and B. After that, whatever the product C is generating, we are transferring then component C to the mixing tank, in which we are mixing our component C with component D for 1 hour at ambient condition. After that, for the separation of solid from the liquid, we are transferring our product to the centrifuge. This is a very important. Centrifuge is used to separate solid from the liquid, and here we are processing this mixture in a centrifuge for 2 hours. And finally, for the drying purpose, we are transferring our processing mixture to the tray dryer, and that is for the 60 degrees Celsius. After that, note that each of the above tasks is performed in each of the 4 batch equipments. Those are nothing but reactor, mixing tank, centrifuge and tray dryer. Now whatever we have performed in this operation, we can represent all these things in one chart. That is nothing but Gantt chart. So you can see on the screen, we can represent in a chart all these operations denoted as a Gantt chart, the time activities involved at each stage of the processing as seen in the figure. Now we will see Gantt chart with transfer time for the manufacturing of the single product. For that purpose, I will draw number of stages versus processing time. So you can see here, I have drawn here number of stages on the y-axis and processing time on the x-axis. So we have here 4 equipment. First one is the reactor, second one is the mixing tank, third one is a centrifuge, followed by tray dryer. So I told you for the reactor, we have processing time is 4 hours. So I will represent here 4 hours for the stage 1. Stage 1 is nothing but reactor, reaction purpose. Okay. So for stage 1, I will represent here like this. I will draw there one line for the 4 hours. Okay. After that, there is one dotted line. That dotted line is nothing but transfer time. Means whatever the time is required to transfer the mixture from the reactor to the mixing tank, that is nothing but that dotted line. Okay. After that, there is a 1 hour, stage 2. Stage 2 is nothing but mixing tank. Now you can see here, I have drawn there one line only for 1 hour. Okay. And there is 2 dotted line in front of that stage 2. And there is also one dotted line after the stage 2. That is nothing but for the transfer time. Means whatever the mixture we are transferring from the mixing tank to the centrifuge. Okay. After that, now we will see stage 3. Now I am going to draw here line for the stage 3. I told you stage 3 is nothing but centrifuge and processing time for the separation the solid from the solvent only 2 hours. So I will draw there one line for the 2 hours only. You can see there. Okay. After that, there are dotted line which represents the transfer time. And lastly, there is the 1 hour line, that is nothing but drying equipment. Okay. So for stage 4, I will draw another one line that is only for 1 hour. Okay. And there are 2 lines, those dotted line are nothing but transfer time. So in this manner, I can draw whatever the manufacturing process in the Gantt chart with the transfer time. Similarly, we can draw the Gantt chart for those processes without transfer time. So you can see here figure for the same manufacturing process without transfer time. Means whatever the dotted line we have drawn in the previous chart, we are not going to draw in this chart now. So you can see this is the figure now. Stage 1, that is nothing but reaction, or I can say reactor. Stage 1 is nothing but reactor and processing time is 4 hours. So just draw one line for the 4 hours. After that, stage 2, that is nothing but mixing tank, that is nothing but for only 1 hour. So just only draw one horizontal line for the 1 hour. After that, third one is stage 3, that is nothing but centrifuge, that is for the 2 hours. Lastly, there is a tray dryer for the 1 hour. So we have drawn here 4 lines for the 4 equipments. You have to just draw here one line according to processing time. Means whatever the processing time is available for those equipments, for those stages, you have to draw one line only for that time interval. Done. So this is all about Gantt chart for our manufacturing process of the single product. What we have seen in this lecture, I explained you difference between batch process and semi-batch process. After that, how to manufacture single product. Okay, means we have seen recipe, processing recipe for the manufacturing of a single product. After that, how to draw Gantt chart for that process with transfer time and without transfer time. So this question can be asked for 7 marks in your exam. So this is all about this lecture. We will see next topic in the next lecture. Thank you very much.